So up till now in the chapter, that is in this chapter, that is fats and oil, we have covered introduction, definition, then classification of lipid. Then after the classification of lipid, we have yesterday only discussed regarding how we are going to draw the structures of fatty acid, whether the fatty acid is saturated or second case the fatty acid unsaturated acid. I think I have given you one of the assignment also on this. So this either the question paper setter may provide this information or they may provide the name of the fatty acid. So depending upon that, you should know whatever that the name of fatty acid, that means molecular formula of that fatty acid, or they may provide this information. Then you should write the name and structure of that fatty acid. So yesterday in depth we have discussed about that. Followed by we have discussed the classification of lipids. Already we have discussed. Now we are just revising the thing. Simple lipid will consist of glycerides and waxes. Compound lipid will consist of glycoproteins and lipoproteins. Glycolipids and lipoproteins. So glycolipid consists of a carbohydrate residue plus lipid molecules. Lipoprotein consists of lipid molecules plus protein. So one of the prosthetic group is also present. Okay, so where we are, there is lipoproteins. In case a protein is the prosthetic group present along with lipid, and in case of glycolipids, a glycogen moiety, that is carbohydrate residue, is present along with lipid moiety. Now the last class, derived lipid. Derived means they are derived from something, another class of the compound, in which the compounds containing or the examples of derived lipids are fatty acid and alcohol. म्हणजे if we are going to break down the triglycerides, so we can get a glycerol molecule plus 3 numbers of fatty acids. Now, in last semester, you have discussed in depth about triglyceride. That's a metabolism also you have discussed. After the breakdown of triglyceride, you are going to get one molecule of glycerol plus 3 molecules of fatty acid. So they are, both of them are derived lipids. Now, again, the same derived lipid class of compound contain sterols or steroid. Now, the example of this class of compound is our cholesterol. This is also a lipid moiety having n number of functions in our body. Then next class of compound is polyisoprenoids. Their molecules are made up of several C5 hydrocarbon units called isoprene units. So this isoprene unit is also there while synthesis of cholesterol is taken place in our body. आणि या isoprene unit चे polymer formation is taking place in our body is known as polyisoprenoids. Now the example of polyisoprenoid include dolicol, ubiquinone and squalene. This squalene and ubiquinone, these are the intermediate products of synthesis of cholesterol. That means when the cholesterol synthesis is taking place in our body, that time this polyisoprenoid units are formed. Now, already we have discussed this point, that is classification of fatty acid. We know two class of compounds, saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. How we are going to draw the structures of both, this also we have discussed in yesterday's lecture. So we are proceeding further. So these are some of the examples of saturated fatty acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid, lignoceric acid. Then these are some of the examples of unsaturated fatty acid, that is oleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidonic acid. Now, one doubt is asked, that is how we are going to identify the number of carbon atom present in given fatty acid from their common name. You have to identify the number of carbon atoms. That's why you have to by heart the common name and molecular formula of individual fatty acid. Then there is no any hint between the common name and number of carbon atoms. You should know, you have to by heart that. So these are some of the examples of unsaturated fatty acid, that is oleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidonic acid, timodonic acid. Now, one more class of or fatty acid is substituted fatty acid. Already we have discussed the main two classes, that are saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. Now one more class is there, that is substituted fatty acid. These are the fatty acids which have one or more of hydrogen atom is substituted with another group. That means we know fatty acid consists of carboxylic acid functional group at one terminal end and CH3 functional group at another terminal end. So in between these, if any of the hydrocarbon is substituted with another functional group, then those type of fatty acids are known as substituted fatty acids. Now, example of those fatty acids are ceraboric acid, 2-hydroxylignoceric acid. So these are the examples, and they are going to have some of the functions related to our nervous system. You know, so many systems are there in our body. So out of that, these substituted fatty acids performing their role in case of nervous system. So example of those fatty acids are ceraboric acid. See, hydroxyl functional group is substituted in the structure. Instead of here hydrogenच्या ऐवजी they have substituted hydroxyl functional group. So this particular fatty acid is coming under the category of substituted fatty acid. Now, ricinoleic acid is also one of the example of substituted fatty acid. Now, another classes of compounds are leukotrienes. This is also a substituted fatty acid. They are also going to have some of the important functions in our body. So they are polyunsaturated fatty acids in mast cells, neutrophils, eosinophils, lung cancer. So these are the leukotrienes. They are going to perform the functions of connective tissue, or they are required their presence when the at the time of connective tissue. Next class of fatty acid is cyclic fatty acid. So up till now, in case of fatty acid, we have discussed that number one, saturated fatty acid, number two, unsaturated fatty acid, number three, substituted fatty acid, and number four, cyclic fatty acid. These are fatty acids with a cyclic ring in their carbon chain. Means, just like now we have discussed that presence of hydroxyl functional group instead of hydrogen. So in case of cyclic fatty acid, there is presence of cyclic ring in between the structure. And the examples of this fatty acid are Chaul-Moguric acid in case of Chaul-Mogra oil, which is used in the treatment of leprosy. So this Chaul-Mogra oil contains a presence of cyclic fatty acid, that is prostaglandin and thromboxane. Now what are those actually? Who? Cyclic fatty acid, त्याचं एक example आहे prostaglandin. Now what is prostaglandin? This is an unsaturated hydroxyl and keto substituted so these are hydroxy and keto substituted C20 carbon containing fatty acid with a cyclopentane ring at the middle of an otherwise linear carbon atom. So, in case of prostaglandin, there is presence of one of the cyclic ring in the structure of C20 carbon containing fatty acid. Now, they are used or there are classes of prostaglandins are there. PG1, PG2, PG3. So this is a series and this series is depending upon the presence of number of double bonds in their structure. That means PG1 contain one number of double bonds. PG2 contain two number of double bonds in their structure. So respectively in the linear parts of the carbon chain. So this prostaglandin is also having important functions in our body. So prostaglandin widely occurs in the animal tissue and body fluids such as, see what is the presence or where it is actually present and what are their functions of prostaglandin. So they are generally present in the secretions of prostate gland, seminal vesicles, renal medulla, thymus, and this is also present in the plasma and serum. Now our next class of cyclic fatty acid, this is the last class of cyclic fatty acid, that is thromboxane. This is also an unsaturated substituted cyclic fatty acid. That means this thromboxane example is coming under the category of three classes. It is unsaturated, then substituted and cyclic fatty acid with the presence of oxane ring in their structure. Now instead of cyclopentane ring at the middle of the derivative, there is linear carbon chain is present. And the classes of thromboxanes are examples of thromboxanes are TX1, TX2, TX3. Series again according to the presence of number of double bonds. Just now we have discussed prostaglandins are also classified depending upon the number of double bonds. This thromboxane is also classified on the basis of presence of number of double bonds in their structure. According to nature and position of the substituent attached to this cyclic ring, that is oxane them occur in the cell and tissue. So they are going to have their function in blood platelets, polymorphs, in the lung, brain, and in case of smooth muscle. Now we are going to discuss a very important part of this chapter, that is reactions of fatty acid. So this fatty acid undergo so many important reactions. Now what are those? First reaction is esterification. Because generally esterificationचा undergo कोण जातं? Acid. Acid will go for the formation of ester. And we know our structure has a presence of, the name itself suggests us that our structure has the presence of fatty acid functional. Now, this fatty acid, when it will react with any alcohol, they are going to form the ester function. So, those all fatty acids will undergo esterification reaction in the presence of acid, that is either hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. So this presence of hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, they are required as a catalyst. Esterification is enhanced if water is removed by the distillation. Now, during this reaction, that is when there is reaction between the palmitic acid and alcohol, there is generation of formation of water. So this acid functional group will act as an acid by removing or by donating H plus ion. So this is an carboxylate ion, and this formed carboxylate ion, after the formation, that is ethanol OH functional group and acidic H functional group, they are going to remove the water molecule. This is our water molecule, and this remaining molecule, as it is joined to this carboxylic function. So there is formation of an ester, that is ethyl palmitate, and this ethyl palmitate is nothing but ester. Will require the presence of acid and heat. If the formed water molecule is removed immediately, then the reaction go faster. Now our second reaction of fatty acid is soap formation reaction. Fatty acid may form their soap when they are reacting with strongly alkaline solution. So when fatty acid will react with strong alkaline solution, either potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, they are going to form the soap. Now how they are going to form the soap? This acid will act as every time acid, that is by donating H plus ion, and this alkaline functional group, every time they are going to donate the OH minus. So the such an OH minus ion will form a water, and the remaining fractions of this unreacted fatty acid will form a soap, that is potassium palmitate. This is a soap. Now, if we are using potassium hydroxide, the formed soap is known as hard soap. And if we are using sodium hydroxide, hard soap is nothing but your washing soap, that is cloth washing soap. And when you are using this sodium hydroxide for formation of soap, then the formed soap is known as soft soap, that is your bathing soap. Now, if this soap is undergo acid hydrolysis reaction, again we can regenerate our fatty acid, or that is starting material. So this is the second reaction given by the fatty acid, that is soup formation reaction. Third reaction given by the fatty acid is hydrogenation, that is addition of hydrogen. And unsaturated fatty acid or its ester accepts hydrogen at the double bond to change its saturated fatty acid or exposure to H2 gas and hydrogen. So they may hydrogenate in the presence of high temperature, and the temperature required is greater than 150 degrees centigrade. So in the presence of nickel as an or a platinum as a catalyst, this reduction will take place. So how they are? So in the presence of this nickel and platinum, the given fatty acid undergo hydrogenation reaction. So they will hydrogenate, or the reduction is takes place. This number of double bond will be reduced and converted into an saturated fatty acid, so that oleic acid is converted to stearic acid. Because this double bond is hydrogenated, reduced, and unsaturated fatty acid is converted into saturated fatty acid. Next reaction is halogenation reaction. Halogenation means addition of halogen atom. On the treatment with halide, that is IBr or ICl, the unsaturated fatty acid absorbs halogen at the double bond and forms fatty acid halides. So this is an unsaturated fatty acid when it is reacting with halide solution. So there is formation of stearic acid tetraiodide. That means all the halide groups added across the presence of double bond, and this linolenic acid converted into stearic acid tetraiodide. Linolenic acid is unsaturated acid, and first we will saturating them, and after that there is halogenation of all those double bonded carbon atom takes place. So conversion of linolenic acid into stearic acid tetraiodide. Next reaction is oxidation. On oxidation with dilute potassium permanganate in cold solution, and unsaturated fatty acid first forms a hydroxyl acid due to the hydroxylation at the double bond. So first of all, when the fatty acid is undergo oxidation in the presence of potassium permanganate, the unsaturated fatty acid first forms hydroxy acid. So there is first of all addition of hydroxyl functional group in the fatty acid. Further oxidation breaks the molecule at the double bond to produce smaller atoms. काय होता है? First of all, there is addition of hydroxyl functional group. Then further oxidation breaks the molecule at the double bond. Next, again we are oxidizing the same molecule. So further oxidation break the molecule across the double bond to produce smaller fatty acid. म्हणजे fractions होतात त्या fatty acid. With the ozone, unsaturated fatty acid form ozonide at double bond. Ozonoids break into the aldehyde in the presence of water. Now we will discuss both the pathways. First, when the unsaturated fatty acid reacts with potassium permanganate as an oxidizing agent, they will convert this fatty acid into hydroxy fatty acid, that is hydroxyl fatty acid. This hydroxyl fatty acid will convert into fraction across the double bond. So the structure of oleic acid is converted into a smaller acid. And then this oleic acid, when it's react with ozone, this is also an oxidizing agent. This is also an oxidizing agent. Now this, when they are reacting with ozone, there is formation of oleic acid, ozonoid moiety. And after this, there is formation of or breaking out of this ozone molecule, the ozonoid molecule takes place, and they will convert the molecule into aldehyde and semialdehyde. Now, next reaction is dehydration, removal of water molecule. When they are heated with potassium hydrogen sulfate, glycerol is dehydrated to form the unsaturated aldehyde, that is acrolein. Its pungent vapors can broken a piece of paper. This pungent vapor can broken a piece of ammonical nitrate vapor by reducing ammonia to colloidal metallic silver. This forms. So dehydration, that is removal of water molecule. So after the removal of water molecule, this glycerol molecule will join or will forms a aldehyde, that is acrolein, by removing two molecules of water. So today we have discussed about in depth about what we have discussed. We have started from this slide. First we have discussed a revision point, that is how we are going to draw the structure. Common name varying. You cannot identify the molecular formula. For that, you have to by heart the common name and their molecular formulas. Molecular formula, you can easily draw the structure of fatty acid. 100% there will be a question on write down the structure of common fatty acid. असणार म्हणजे असणारच. Then, next we have discussed a detailed classification about lipid. Then we have discussed a detailed classification about fatty acid. Four classes are there: saturated fatty acid, unsaturated fatty acid, substituted fatty acid, and cyclic fatty acid. Later on, we have discussed in depth about reactions of fatty acid. Reaction number one. Reaction number one is reaction number one is ester formation. Reaction number two is saponification formation, that is formation of soap. Third reaction is hydrogenation, then halogenation, oxidation, and dehydration. So these many of reactions are there shown by the fatty acid molecule. So today, now the remaining part we will cover